Chew your food. Don't just eat, enjoy. So one Christmas when I was young, I was enjoying a yummy can of sour cream and onion Pringles, and they were so good that I didn't bother chewing and ended up choking. This was a very scary and painful experience, and it felt like forever before my dad noticed. And his solution was to give me a little bit of water, which softened the chip and allowed it to be dislodged. And this whole traumatic experience could have been avoided if I had just chewed that chip. And whether this happened to yourself or a loved one, I feel like most of us can relate to this story. And just the simple task of chewing your food is so essential for your health and safety, and it allows us to enjoy the food that we have been provided with. So I want each of you to begin to completely chew your food at every meal and share this with your family and friends. I'm going to cover 3 things. First, the relationship between chewing your food and choking. Second, the fact that chewing your food can reduce your caloric intake, and the mechanism of chewing your food and digestion. So first I want to expand on my introduction about chewing and choking. So not chewing your food thoroughly and eating too quickly are the major causes of choking. And so food isn't typically naturally soft. So if you don't chew it, it is chunky and likely to get lodged in your throat. And if it's sharp like my chip was, then it can even damage or tear your esophagus. And it's such a simple precaution you can take to prevent choking. So a commonly heard number is to chew your food 32 times. And this really doesn't make much sense, because each type of food is different. So you need to chew meat more than you need to chew fruit. In an article posted on the Heritage Integrated Healthcare website that is titled "The Importance of Chewing Your Food," they explain that it is the texture that is the guideline. So it may sound gross, but if you can tell what type of food you're eating by how it feels, then you need to chew more. So now let's move on to how chewing your food can reduce how much you eat. So I pulled up this image from the 2015 Nathan's Hot Dog Eating Contest on thepostgame.com. And as you can see, the winner ate 69 hot dogs. And how is this even possible? So when you eat quickly, your brain doesn't get the message that you're full. So this causes or allows you to overeat. Dietitian Stacey McIntosh did an interview titled "Is There a Proper Way to Eat Food?" which is posted on Health University of Utah's website. She says that it takes about 20 to 25 minutes for your brain to get the message that your stomach is full. So by stopping to savor your food and mindfully taking time between each bite, you can reduce your caloric intake because your stomach knows you're satisfied. So this means don't eat on the run and don't eat while watching TV, because if you're not paying attention to your food, then you don't know how much you're eating and how quickly you're eating it. And I used to be very guilty of this, and how I fixed that was to consciously put down my food or my silverware between each bite and really savor and enjoy the taste of every single bite. So now we've talked about the psychological side, let's move on to the physiological aspects. So chewing your food truly does aid in digestion and nutrient absorption. So starting with your saliva. Your saliva contains chemicals that begin the breakdown of carbohydrates and fats. And so it also moistens your food to aid passage down your throat and the rest of your digestive system. And in that same Heritage Health article, they explain that saliva relaxes your lower stomach, which allows the food to pass into your intestines and continue the digestive process. So if this doesn't happen, then the food is likely to sit in your stomach and sour. And so even your taste buds aid in your digestion. So your taste buds, in an article posted on Livestrong.com titled "What Are the Benefits of Chewing Food Properly?" explains that your taste buds send a signal to your brain to tell them what type of food you're eating. And so this allows your body to release the proper enzymes and chemicals to digest that type of food. So then the nutrients are absorbed quickly and properly. And so if you don't chew your food enough, then this process isn't completed. So in nutritionist Dr. Jillian McKeith's book, You Are What You Eat, she has a quote that I love. So she says that to chew your food thoroughly, and remember that your stomach doesn't have teeth. It can't chew for your mouth. And so now that you've heard my facts, I have just one thing I want you to do. I want you each to chew every bite thoroughly at every meal. So focus on your food and savor what you're eating. Enjoy a sit-down meal with your family and friends, and don't eat on the run. And tell them to chew their food too. So let's review. So I spoke about how not chewing your food can cause choking, the fact that chewing your food can reduce how much you ultimately eat, and how chewing affects digestion. So just the simple task of chewing your food really does help your health and safety, as well as allows us to enjoy what we're eating. So I want all of you to chew your food into mush at every meal and tell your friends and family. So think about it. God created us in every detail. He designed us to chew our food. This is not only to keep us safe and healthy, but to enjoy the bounty that He has provided us.